Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be talking about jeans that sold on eBay in April. So I've pulled out all of the highlights, not every single pair that sold, or we'd be here all day. Right now, as we get into May and towards the summer, is typically the time of year that jean sales will slow down for us, but they do still sell, and they sell all summer long. So I've heard a lot of resellers say that they stop sourcing or listing jeans once we get into May or into the summertime, and they don't start again until the fall. And I just think you're doing yourself a disservice. We sell jeans all summer long. And remember, it's not always summer in every part of the world. Australia has their winter when we're having our summer. And if you do international shipping or global shipping, folks who are having different temperatures than us are going to still be buying jeans. But I mean, I have sold fur coats to Hawaii in the middle of July. All the things sell all the time. So don't give up on jeans just because it's summertime. You probably do want to focus more on summer items and shorts and sleeveless shirts and summer dresses. Sundresses do really well, typically in the summer months. But don't discredit jeans and don't give up on them because they will sell. So you're looking at here where we're going to start is a pair of Rock Revivals. These are the Camilla Easy Boot. Rock Revivals is a Bolo brand, guys. These ones had some damage to them, and they still sold for $45. I listed them kind of high, even with the damage, knowing I could still get 40 or 45 for them. This is what the tags look like. They're bright. You'll know Rock Revivals when you see them, and you get real excited. That's let me make that big for you so you can actually look at it in case you've never seen these. Or maybe my computer is not going to cooperate. Come on. There you go. You can see what they look like. All right, next up, we have these Citizens of Humanity. So I'm going to run through the jeans real quick. For the most part, they have shipped in padded flats. In some instances, they've shipped first class. As far as cost of goods and where they came from, I'll try to remember as much as I can. I cover all of that every week in my Monday What Sold on eBay videos. But usually if a month has passed, if I don't have the same notes in front of me, I sometimes just don't remember. And that's a good tip I want to tell you guys. I just threw my pen across the floor, if you heard that, and I'm not editing it. If you don't keep good records, it's really hard to remember everything, especially if you're dealing in a lot of volume. So if you are sourcing a lot and selling a lot, you've got to keep good records. So we keep where we bought stuff, the cost of goods, how much it sold for, how much it cost to ship, how it's shipped. We keep all of this stuff on spreadsheets. So make sure that you're doing that as well. So these are Citizens of Humanity, which is a decent brand. It used to be a Bolo. I would still say it is. It sells for like $30 and sometimes a little bit more if you have men's jeans or larger sizes. As long as you're not paying out the nose for these, this is a good brand to get. These are the Kelly low-rise boots. And that is what Citizens of Humanity look like. So these sold for $30. This I just picked up because it was new with tags. So this is a brand you probably want to avoid unless you can find it new with tags. I really don't like white clothing either. I don't think it sells well. And it always feels like it's dingy or something. I don't know. I just don't like white clothing. But these were new with tags. So they did sell for $24.99. Next up, we have a pair of Democracy. I took a best offer on these of $26. Democracy is a pretty decent brand. They do have the ab technology, which is a lot like the slimming, Not Your Daughter's jeans, and the Chico So Slimming. Any jeans that have any kind of slimming or shaping, I say grab because women absolutely love that. So yeah, it's $26 on these. They're plus size skinny jeans. Madewell is another brand that's a Bolo brand or good brand to pick up, as long as you're not paying out the nose, because Madewell used to sell for a lot more, like up to $50 a couple years ago, but you can see where I started these. I did take a best offer of 30 on them. They're button fly. These came from a thread-up box. I do remember that. So these are very recent. So if you didn't see that thread-up unboxing, I will link it at the end of this, and you can see all of the brands I pulled out of there. That was probably the best box I ever got. It had some really great brands in there, and most of them have already sold, whether it was on eBay, Poshmark, or Mercari. And that way you can kind of learn to recognize certain brands and see what I was so excited about in that video. And it'll help you when you're sourcing. These came out of a wholesale box a couple years ago. These have been around forever. It's nothing I would look for. But again, it came to me, so I listed it. I like to list everything I get in a lot. These sold for $22.49 on a best offer. So these are Rock Revivals, not to be confused with Rock and Republic, which is a lower end brand. These are just like the first ones I showed you, Rock Revival. You can see they're kind of yellow or orange tags. A lot of people see the Rock and Republic and get them confused. It's an okay bread and butter brand as far as Rock and Republic, but you always want to make sure that you're getting the right ones, and don't get too excited if you find the Rock and Republics. So this is another pair of the Rock Revivals. These are the Jessica Skinnies, and this pair sold for $40. True Religion, you guys are all familiar with True Religion. Just kind of go through the pictures with you real quick. On the back of them, if under the section there's a name, that is the style of the jeans. So you want to put that in your title. And they always have this little red horseshoe tag underneath the size and material tag. They have the little Buddha guy on the inner pockets. Just a couple ways you can check their authenticity. They have the horseshoes on the back pockets. I don't have any close-up pictures of the zipper here, but the zipper is usually a little horseshoe as well. And these sold for $30 on the best offer. These are 7 for All Mankind, new with tags. Still a pretty okay brand. It's just not what it used to be. I mean, even these True Religions, I took a best offer of 30, and I used to get 45 and 50 for that brand. This was new with tags, this pair, so it sold for 45 on a best offer. This is a used pair of 7 for All Mankind. These are men's jeans, and they sold for a best offer of 30. So I know I told you guys before that men's clothing tends to sell higher for higher amounts than women's. And you can see that a women's new with tags, sold for 40, and then only for 15 less was the men's. I always love to find men's jeans, especially in the really good brands. These are an example of kind of a lower end poopy Levi's. I talk about Levi's on this channel all the time, and I tell you guys that Levi's have an array. They have a whole spectrum from stuff like this that's going to sell for $16.87 up to their vintage ones that sell for hundreds of dollars. So you always have to do your due diligence when you're sourcing Levi's. These are the Denizen. So this is like the lowest end Levi's there are. These are pull-on low-rise joggers. They were first class to ship. So what we got for them was pretty decent, but I don't recommend Denizen to anybody. You want to look for like the signature Levi's, the Levi Strauss, the Levi's with the numbers like 315 and 505 and stuff like that. Another pair of True Religion. This pair sold for 40. And these are the Joey. So let's go through the pictures real quick on this one. These have the back seam right here. A lot of their flare jeans have that nice back seam. And see there it says Joey. And you can just kind of see the pockets. There's the button. It has the horseshoe. All right, next up we have a pair of Sean John men's jeans. I just sourced a pair of these last weekend. They were in my haul video Wednesday of this week. And it's a decent brand. This sold for $23 on a best offer. Pretty solid for a men's brand. They don't sell for too much money, but they usually go pretty fast. So Sean Johns will usually sit for like a week or less. They'll sell for between $20 and $30. But they sell really quickly, and I love stuff that gives me a fast return on our investments. And then these Oshkosh overalls, very excited to sell last month. These are vintage, and then I used keywords like retro 90s, and they did sell for $69.99. So when you find Oshkosh, guys, grab it up, especially these vintage like fashions and overalls and things like that. I did want to show you too. I did do measurements on these just like I would do with jeans. I took the waist, which would go from side to side right there, and the leg opening and the inseam. And that was probably my most exciting sale in denim in the month of April. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. Helps the channel a lot, guys. And hey, if you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link in the description, and it'll take you right to the group. Free to join. You just got to read some rules and answer a couple questions. And until next time, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.